Hey up, how we doing? Welcome back. So, my Coronation Bitter is ready. It's on tap. I've poured a pint. I didn't get any brew footage. So, we'll go through the recipe. We'll have a little drink of it and we'll have a little talk about the name. Right, so 4.5 kg of Maris Otter, 50 grams of crystal malt, 50 grams of Munich malt. So there was a bit of discrepancy here in the book when I look back. I either put 50 grams of chocolate malt or 100 grams in because I didn't reset the scales. So I'm not exactly sure whether it's 50 or 100 grams of chocolate malt went in. It had bittering hop of North Down, 30 grams at the start of a 40-minute boil. It had 60 grams of mosaic at flame out, 80 degrees C for 20-minute hop stand. Yeast was Cross My Lou 4, came in at 4.6% of the ABV. Final gravity was 1.010, 77.1% attenuation, and it's 41.8 kcals per 100 mils. I've got a brew father on the go, haven't I? It's getting all a bit technical here, isn't it? Hey. The beer in the glass. Now, proper dimpled glass. And I reckon this is a proper original one as well, I think. That colour looks a bit brown. It looks brown out here with a bit of a red tingeroony to it. But looks right, nice fluffy white head. That smells a malty. I don't mind these glasses, they look good, but they're a bit heavy. Quick talk about the name. Coronation Chicken Hopped Bitter. I thought I was being funny. So, while I was having a little chat about what was coming up on the channel while drinking that Brewdog Coronation beer, I put it out there to see if anybody had a better name, and the name I've chosen, I decided mine was rubbish. So, the Coronation Chicken Hopped Bitter is out. And the fantastic, very funny Mr. Slurpy Dave, Bitter Harry Coronation beer. That's what we're having, Bitter Harry. He came... Slurpy Dave came up with that and I like it. I like it a lot. Brilliant. As I said, sorry I didn't get any footage from that brew day. I can't remember what was going on. Anyway, neither here nor there. So, has that mosaic brought anything to the table? So it's malty and it's sweet. It's a little bit floral. A little bit of floral in there. Maybe that's the mosaic. We've got some pininess to it. It's got a lovely bitterness all the way through. Light carbonation. You can't say through there. This hasn't been on long, so it's not having time to clear yet. It's earthy. It's bittery because it's a bitter. It's got a really nice, like I say, it's got a really nice bitterness all the way through. And there are some fruity floral notes in there that mosaic might be bringing to it a bit, but it's nothing like my Citra hopped bitter. That Citra hop bitter was proper fruity. This is, although mosaic ain't quite the same, is it? Mosaic's got it brings more piney, doesn't it? Earthy piney notes. As well as the floral. But this tastes like a really good bitter. lovely and biscuity and malty and homely. You know, like what you think Grandad probably used to drink. Nice, good. It's good. It's good, but it is a bit more traditional bittery than my Citra one. I didn't know whether that mosaic might just change it a bit more, but it's left it quite. I think, like I say, I think we've got the earthy bits out that mosaic more than the floral citrus coming through this time. I think there may be a bit more than 50 grams of chocolate malt in this. It is reasonably. You can taste that chocolate in it, absolutely, definitely. I know I've got a lot of chocolate malt to use, so I probably would have put. I don't know why. I think in my head I was either going to put 50 or 100 grams in. Forgot to reset the scales after my Munich or my Crystal. And then I looked at it, I went, I don't know whether that's 50 or 100. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. Whatever. It does taste quite chocolatey, so I think there probably is a bit in there. It's good beer. It's a good beer. It's very nice. So biscuity, malty, sweet. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now, kegged beer today. It's my Eldorado and Brew One IPA coming in at 5 of the percentage. I did do a decent brew day video on this, actually. So it's just, might still be a bit cold. I've kegged this about an hour ago. And I had to get it in the keg. The hops have been on 4 days, and then I decided I better get it cold crashed. I wanted to cold crash it quick because I'm not going to have time to keg it tomorrow or the next 4 days, and I didn't want to leave it that long. So these fridges that I've got are pretty good. I set it to 0, and to be yesterday, and to be fair, this afternoon I've just been out for a carvery. I've let it settle for a couple of hours before I've done a beer review. With my mum and dad, family's gone out, and I didn't overdo it. But yeah, I'm feeling a bit. So this was cold. This was very, very cold. It did well. 24 hours. It's probably had 24 hours, maybe a bit longer. But it's that beer. Oh, it's probably had 48 hours. So it's probably had 48 hours, maybe, just maybe. And it was cold. All the liquid, because I put my temperature probe from my Inkbird. I put a bungee around my bucket and then put that in, and then I put some padding over the top of it to try and keep it in. But you know when you hug your... I hug my fermenters. Is that odd? Show them some love. You got to show them some love, haven't you? So yeah, I hugged the fermenter, and it was cold all the way through. You could tell that the liquid in it was, you know, the outside air of a fridge. It can be cold, can't it? But your liquid, it takes a bit. There's some mass there, isn't there? Some volume. Sorry, there's some volume there to chill down. So obviously the middle of it probably isn't that cold. But so if you give your fermenter a hug, it gives you an all-round feel, and it's and that's the best way to do it. That's what I reckon. Take that as a tip, or don't take it as a tip, whichever way you fancy it. So yeah, I think the hops have been on 4 or 5 days. It smells fruity. Like I say, I'll not go into the recipe. I'm going to do. I did a decent video on this, so I'll do a tasting to go to a grain. I'll go with a grain to glass for this. Can't talk tonight. That's going to be alright, that is. It's still got, it's a little bit grassy, but it's going to be in it. I was worried that was going to be more grassy than that, but it's not. I think I've got away with it. There was a lot of matter in the bottom. I think I must have got a lot of the protein maybe out of the boiled kettle, the hops, the trub. when it all settled to the bottom, there was quite a bit. It looked pretty clear when it was coming out the pipe. Anyway, there is going to be a video on that. I digress. I'm having a road problem. Oh, it's definitely chocolatey. It's definitely earthy. It's definitely bitter. It's definitely wholesome. And as it warms up, it definitely, as it warms up, it gets a bit of fruitiness coming out of it. Yeah, no, good. I think probably I'd rather have my Citra hopped bitter. I really enjoyed that. That was something a bit proper different, that was. Really pleased with that, how that came out. And I might have put a bit too much chocolate malt in here. Only driven by super ordering chocolate malt a while ago, not knowing I didn't have any chocolate malt, and I've got enough chocolate malt to do a chocolate beer without any other. That'd be horrible, wouldn't it? Oh, full chocolate malt, nothing else. I don't think it'd be drinkable, would it? Anyway, very, very nice. God save the king. Cheers.